Kiara was a character that we actually started designing even before we had fully established the actual narrative of the game.
The story sets up with her, basically with her family on a bunch of their boats, going through this storm, and effectively she gets separated on her ship from the rest of the family in the storm and ends up crashing her boat and waking up on the island. And she's basically stuck within these storms where the islands are, and she needs to find her way out of it. From the very beginning, we wanted Kiara to be a nomadic character. So we wanted her to be moving through the game so that she could not only explore, but also to make her way through the narrative and make her way through the journey she was going to go on.
Kiara is a character who's just been sort of thrown into this situation. She's not here by her own choice necessarily. You need somebody who comes from a place where that's the sort of thing that's expected of them to be able to survive.
You know, she's not a superhero in any way, shape or form, so she's not going in and you know, taking out 15 animals in one go. She's vulnerable, but she is capable, and that's kind of the personality that we wanted to get across with her.
But Kiara is ultimately trying to get home, trying to get back to her people. This isn't the sort of place, while it's beautiful, it's also dangerous. It's not the sort of place where you want to be by yourself any longer than you need to. And while along the way it feels like she's potentially being hampered by the world, by the wind, by the storm that's trapping her there, along the way of trying to achieve that goal of getting home, she sort of uncovers a little bit of context and reasoning for why the things are the way they are. The Nautilus is introduced early on in the game. Right there in the intro, it's partly responsible for why Kiara is in this situation that she is.
The idea of having this big creature that played some part in the story and how you got through the world was something that was there right from the very beginning.
Framing it as an antagonist and sort of developing it over time so that hopefully you'll sort of get a clearer idea, find out what its intentions really are, how it's actually been interacting with Kiara behind the scenes the whole way.
The Nautilus, she finds out more about it as she plays through the game, and more about the world that she's in and the nature of the storms and everything around her.
It's hard to say too much without getting too spoilery. Their purpose will hopefully become more apparent as the player gets through.